ready for the Blackout Part 2?
Come to this blackout ready to have fun.
In July 16th in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's almost time for the blackout. Hey, is you ready for the blackout? Hey.
Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright, you guys, top of the list would be the engagement of Robert Kardashian and BlacChyna, also known as BlackRob. Yes, you guys, after a lengthy 2-month courting period, Robert has asked for BlacChyna, also known as Angela's hand in marriage. That's so funny with these two. It seems like shit always happens through the night. You wake up in the morning and something else done went down. In very much like the same fashion that we found out that they were dating. I woke up Tuesday morning. On Snapchat, there was a video of her showing off her ring, laughing and smiling as a club that they were attending was congratulating them. Okay, there were tears from Robert. I was like, oh, isn't that sweet, you guys? Weren't really sure if it was really true until the jeweler came out and said that, he's never seen Rob happier, that he was happy to make this ring for her. It was a 7-carat, beautiful. You guys know how I love rings. Just a beautiful ring. And, yeah, by all accounts, they are indeed engaged now. Y'all know me. I loves me a good love story. I always want all motherfuckers to be in love. People started congratulating them. I think we all were looking for some sort of something from the Kardashian/Jenner family. They were all on a ski trip to Colorado. Robert Kardashian decided to put a ring on it while they were gone. And as of today, still no word from any of them. I can imagine that they aren't the happiest. They weren't really approving of the relationship to begin with. It just brings more mess into an already messy situation, with Tyga dating Kylie Jenner. Tyga is the baby father to BlacChyna's son, King. Okay, and now Chyna is seeing and look like there's an impending marriage to Robert Kardashian. So yes, there's a whole bunch going on there. And like I said, mum's the word for the Jenners and the Kardashians. Now, speaking of Tyga, he did come out and say he's happy for her. If she's happy with him and they are in love, then good for them. Okay, his only concern is the happiness of his child, the well-being of his child. He wants to make sure that the kid doesn't get lost in the sauce with all of this. Okay, I don't know why. Of course, we're only looking on the outside looking in, but BlacChyna seems to be a very involved mother and seems to be a loving mother. Tyga seems to be an involved father and a loving father. I don't know why it has to be all this bickering between the two of them. Again, like I said, we're just looking in from the outside, but I just don't know why people just have to take it to the point where they're fighting over custody of the kid and why they just can't co-parent and do it jointly. Yes, I know there's a whole lot of fucked up feelings in there, but he's in the middle of trying to get custody of the little boy, full custody. And so, it's a lot of drama going on there. But, outside of all of that, we are happy that, if they like it, I love it. Like I was telling one of my girls on Instagram the other day, shit, I have food in my refrigerator that's probably older than this relationship. I have to keep it real with you guys. All right, I ain't trying to throw a damper on it, trying to be the Debbie Downer or anything like that. But, 2 months is definitely a short amount of time to be deciding that you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody. And I'm just hoping on both sides the intentions are pure. And that it's just not another stunt. Because I know when they first got together, I honestly didn't think that they were a couple. I just thought that she was helping him. He was trying to annoy his family. And that a friendship would grow out of it. I didn't really think a relationship. Well, I don't know. Maybe I was okay with a relationship growing out of it. But I didn't think that things would progress this quickly. So it kind of gives you like this very small, okay, but the bigger part of you is like, bitch, you did that. You pulled off what a lot of people aren't able to do in years and years and years. Okay, now an engagement definitely is not a marriage. Two totally different things. We know people that are engaged forever. We know people that get engaged and then, of course, they break up before they can even get married. So it's just another step in a relationship, and it don't mean that, she's got rights to half of his shit. Not yet. I can imagine that the Kardashians and Kris in particular is trying to figure out a way to how to parlay this whole Rob and Chyna thing into either getting it completely done with or making some money off of it. Okay, because you know that is what they do. Okay, and they do it well, so they'll figure it out. Everybody over there got more money than me, so I can't worry too much about it, now can I? What do you guys think about it, though? Do you think that it is a genuine relationship? Do you think that that's how it started off? Do you think that, you know, it's become that over time? You know, when you spend time with somebody, you get to know them, if they're good people, you know, you start to develop feelings. I'm just curious what the general population is thinking now. We also have to mention, when we mention BlacChyna, the happiness of her mother. I want somebody to get with Miss Tokyo and help her find her chill, because that bitch continuously stays on Twitter and Instagram cussing out everybody who comes for her child. And listen, I understand that we want to protect our babies and whatnots, but ooh Lord, she takes it far. Now the thing is, yeah bitch, Chyna is engaged to Rob, and they gonna get married, they gonna have babies, and none of the Kardashian family and the Jenner family is invited. They not fake, that's just what they are. They just some bitches that don't nobody like. Yeah, you guys, that mama, ooh, she just be a whole lot. What happened to just regular old sweet mamas, you know, that you go over to their house, they fix you something to eat, you sit, you laugh, you watch Wheel of Fortune, okay, Jeopardy with, take your ass on home, go over there on Saturdays, go shopping with them, run a couple of errands, go over there after church on Sunday. Like, do those them kind of mamas still exist? That's the kind of mama I had. I didn't have the mamas that's gonna get on damn internet and want to cuss every damn body out. So yeah, I can't get with these new age mamas, but I guess these new age mamas is probably the same age as me. Fuck, Chyna's mama is probably right around my age, so maybe it's a generational thing. Child, I can't figure it out. But yeah, somebody get Tokyo phone and throw it as far away from her as you can. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you think about BlacChyna and Rob. Are you happy for him? You think it's some bullshit? Next up, Janet Jackson and the very large question of, is she pregnant? Now, you guys know that Janet Jackson was on a world tour for this last album that she dropped. I don't even remember the name of it. And everybody was all excited about it. And I was cautioning to you guys back then that it's going to be a very large feat. This is a person that is almost 50 years old who had not toured in a long time. You guys assured me that it was going to be fine, that Janet Jackson is the consummate performer, that she can handle it, that this is what she does, and yada yada yada. Then as she got out on tour, it looked like things was going well. I saw her on the stage. She was doing her thing. Everybody was posting concert footage and all that. Okay, she thought she was going to have to sue you motherfuckers at first. Then she realized that, you know, it's a new day and age of social media, and this is what we do. We put shit on the Instagram and the Twitter and the Facebook. So she was like, oh, okay. All right. I was just making sure nobody was trying to sell my shit. Okay. So then I was watching and I said, oh, maybe she's able to do this. And then, you guys, we started to find out that she was canceling performances and canceling concerts and rescheduling. And we had a scare. There was a rumor that she had throat cancer, and that rumor started to grow legs, and all of a sudden we was all worried that she had throat cancer, until she came out and assured us no, she does not have throat cancer. She is fine. It's just that, you know, we had to do some delays, we had to do some cancellations, but I'm gonna get y'all. It's all good. I'm rescheduling dates as we speak. And she started to reschedule dates, and everybody, you know, we all got back on track. Now we get a video from her, a minute-long video that she posted on Instagram, on her Instagram account. And it was so funny when I was watching it. She was like, damn, when this shit gonna end? She just kept on talking, and then she would stop. And then she say she want to thank this person, and then she would stop. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, Janet girl, it's a minute long now. I know it's long as hell. But anyway, she gets on Instagram and she says that the reason that she's canceling concert appearances now is because she and her husband are planning for their family. She went on to say that the doctors have put her on rest, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to get you to you eventually. It's just that she has to do what the doctor says right now, which is, you know, relax, get yourself together, and plan for this family. Now, whatever that means is what she says she's doing. And it was in true Jackson form, where it was a vague enough speech, and you don't really know what the fuck planning for a family means. But I have to say that I something is not right here. And I'm going to tell you why I think that. Because Janet Jackson is the consummate performer, and she's an entertainer, and she's, you know, like you guys told me, this is what she does. She does concerts. You can't tell me that she's planning for a family in the middle of a world tour. She and her husband have been together for some time now. It's not like they're newlyweds. She ain't getting no younger. She's 49 years old. Why all of a sudden is it so important to plan for this family when you didn't do it when you was just chilling with your husband and not in the middle of a world tour? It just doesn't make sense to me that she would do this in the middle of this. So to me, it could be one of a few things. One, it could be that the concert wasn't selling the way she wanted it to, and this is an easier way to kind of get out of it, or maybe hope that they can push it off and, you know, more buzz will get created and people will want to come. Two, she's 49 years old and that shit is hard on the body, okay, and she's tired, okay, need a little bit more rest between these performances. Or three, and one that I hope is not true, is that something is really wrong with Janet Jackson and she has thrown this pregnancy thing out there to deflect, because now all the talk is that she is pregnant or that she's planning for a family. Like, which is it? Okay, there's no more talk about her being sick. I don't know, it's just the whole story is weird to me, because I just cannot imagine that somebody who knows, you know, the grueling schedule and how difficult it is to be on tour anyway, especially a world tour, would plan for a family in the middle of it. Now, I guess if she is indeed pregnant, maybe it happened while she was performing or while she was in the middle. Is like maybe the in vitro fertilization, and because there's no way really that she's going to get pregnant on her own at 49. I mean, I know it's a small chance and everybody going to get in my comments and be like, yeah, you always say, oh, we can't get it. But I had an auntie who had, you know, we all know them kind of people. But more times than not, you don't get pregnant at 49 fucking years old. Okay, so maybe the in vitro fertilization, they thought it wasn't going to work, or the whatever she's doing, maybe it took right now, and it's like, oh my God, we've got to, you know, we've got to grab the bull by the horns, and while the egg and the sperm is all, you know, up in there, right, maybe we need to put everything else on hold. Now that could be a scenario as well, but I don't know. And like I said, I really hope that it's not what it is, but it's just like, it's been too much about this sickness, you know, her being ill, and then all of a sudden the baby. Now, if it is a baby, then congratulations. But I just, yeah, the whole story is just weird to me. Something is not right there. If she is pregnant, this is going to be a first child for them both. Actually, you know, allegedly, Janet Jackson got pregnant when she was 16 years old and had a little girl. Legend has always said she gave the baby to her sister Rebe. Rebe has raised that girl. I think the child's name is Devana or something like that. But of course, that's still just legend. That's just rumor. We don't have that confirmed. Janet Jackson has always said that it wasn't true. That's not her daughter. But man, Google a picture of that little girl. She looks just like Janet Jackson. But the whole family all look alike. So that's not really saying much either. But yeah, you guys, what do you think about this whole thing? Do you think Janet Jackson is pregnant? Do you think she's planning for this family? Or do you think that she was giving us that story as a deflection and then something else might be going down? Leave your comments below. Story up: Azealia Banks versus Sarah Palin. And what a polarizing duo they are, right? So evidently Sarah Palin was quoted on a site saying that black people wasn't forced into slavery, that we accepted it willingly. Azealia Banks came across that article and was very, very upset. Did I leave out that the website that it was posted on was actually a satire site, and that none of it that was posted was true? Sarah Palin did not say that at all. Azealia Banks did not know that. And you know, the crazy thing about these satire sites is they should be illegal. It's just like, why can't you just put anything up? But see, I guess that would interrupt the whole freedom of speech. And I guess satire sites are kind of on the same lines as like a Mad magazine. You know how when we have satire magazines, I'm sure most of you guys are too young to even know what the fuck a Mad magazine is. But you know, satire magazines were popular back in the day, National Lampoon and things like that. And then now I guess it's just moved on to the technological stage, is now being on the internet. But those satire sites now, pretty much you know, when it's a outlandish ass story, you kind of start to wonder and you start to do your research and be like, this shit is bullshit. Okay, but when they first started coming out, you know, most people don't know that there's a satire site, and they believe, I mean, most of us, maybe not most, but a lot of folks believe everything that's on the internet. You can post whatever the fuck and people will go by that. So Azealia Banks, you know, who's good for being caught up in her feelings, who is very outspoken, got on to Twitter with a series of I'm just going to read a couple of them for you. Alright, she said such gems as Sarah Palin needs to have her hair shaved off to a buzz cut, get head fucked by a big veiny ashy black dick, then be locked in a cupboard. We also got hideous. At least suck a nigga dick or something before you start talking shit about black people willingly accepting slavery. Least she can do. That's not it. How about, honestly, let's find the biggest, burliest, blackest Negroes and let them run a train on her. Film it and put it on World Star. Nobody will say that Azealia is not outspoken, will they? Yeah, you guys, it's just bad look. Sarah Palin, of course, got back onto Twitter because this is what she does. She loves to get into these sparring, you know, these sparring contests, sparring fights with celebrities. Listen here, little darling. Sarah Palin said that that was not her words and that was the antithesis of her truth. She goes on and and says that she is going to sue Azealia Banks for, you know, besmirchifying her name. Shout out to Don King. I was just like, girl, sue. You better get in line, bitch, and I hope you ain't suing for money. Anyways, once Azealia realized that it was not a real website, okay, she kind of came back on the internet, half-ass apologized. You know, then she started to wax poetical about, you know, political correctness and, you know, the ironies of the right wing and how they try to stifle the freedom of speech of, you know, those of the left or black people. I mean, you know, then she started to do a whole lot of other pontification. And look, nobody will say, I think that Azealia Banks is a very smart girl. I think that Sarah Palin is an idiot. But I also feel that Azealia Banks is very troubled. So her messages, they be good at the core, but it be so much bullshit around it that you can't even get to the good parts of Azealia Banks. So this is one of those situations again when everybody is just like, oh, she's just fucking crazy. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. It's just a fight that's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, Sarah Palin's people still are coming after Azealia Banks, and you know she don't give a fuck. Then she was tired of playing nice, so then she started talking about Sarah Palin's ass again. But you know, what did you guys think about it? I just don't know what it is with Azealia Banks. A talented girl, even has a couple of good songs that I like, but man, I ain't gonna lie though, you guys, I did laugh when I was reading her tweets. I was just like, ooh, I would hate to be on the receiving end of a flame from that girl. Alright, you guys, so there's been much fuss made about the bankruptcy, Chapter 7 bankruptcy that Tisha Campbell and her husband has filed. I'm not sure why it's always a big deal when celebrities file bankruptcy, because celebrities are just like human beings, and a lot of times celebrities mismanage their money and get in over their head, and then they have to file bankruptcy to stop from completely losing everything and going under. There's no difference with celebrities, it's just that they have more money to fuck up. What's the saying? More money, more problems? Here's a prime example. So they say that they only make somewhere around $8,000 a month, you know, income for both Tisha and Dwayne, but they're spending at least $17,000 monthly, okay? And you don't have to be a math genius to know that you cannot keep that type of spending up without going under, okay? It's a sinkhole. So they had to file Chapter 7, and, you know, she posted some tweets talking about, you know, different things that happen, real estate market, you know, fall throughs, loans, different production companies, just things that have happened over the years where they've just gotten in over their head. She did take those tweets down though, so that's kind of interesting, because now you start to feel like, I wonder if there's something else to it. Maybe it's because when you have to go before, you know, court, you got to make sure that all your stories line up, okay? And if there was any untruths in that tweet, you know, definitely the court would have seen them. So it's unfortunate that they have to file this. They said that at the time of them filing, they only had $200 in cash and $100 and something in their savings account. So, I mean, yeah, that part is alarming. All right. I mean, not many of us, you would be surprised, not many of us have savings. But you start to think that when celebrities start to, you know, look like they ain't got no damn money, then you like, well, what the hell is really going on here? But I think that when you're a celebrity, the pressure is to live up to this other image. I mean, they hang out with the Smiths. They're good friends with Will and Jada. Okay, and that whole Will and Jada for real got money. All right, so maybe, you know, they're trying to keep up with them, going on vacations and doing things with them when really the money is not there to do it. Okay, you start using your credit cards and all of that. I mean, it doesn't change just because they're celebrities, obviously. But yeah, I felt bad for them. It's embarrassing to have to be, you know, celebrities and be in the public eye, you know, and having to talk about your financial situation. Everybody looking at you like, damn, bitch, you broke. Even Charlemagne the God got a GoFundMe. Wanted everybody to donate $10 for every episode that Tisha Campbell had been on Martin. So I guess she had been on 122 episodes, and so they raised $1,220. Okay, and I was like, I hope he give her that damn money. All right, fuck. You guys see this bright ass light? Damn, kind of, you know, it's kind of nice though. Yeah, I'm giving y'all lights. Hey, it's the reflection of the sun right on this car. Let me see if I can put my sun visor down. Child, I can't barely see. Anyway, you guys, it's not that big of a deal. It's just embarrassing that as a celebrity, you know, you have to be like a more common folk and admit that, yeah, you ain't got no fucking money. So y'all give them a break, okay? They don't need ridicule, all right? They need some fucking money. So if you ain't gonna give them that, then don't say nothing. Oh, you guys, I can't with this light. I'm not moving my car. Okay, you guys, let's talk about BlackGirlsRock. Did you watch it on Tuesday evening? I watched it. I tweeted about it, and I love that show. I just love when they air that show. It's just such an empowering, uplifting, motivating confirmation that black women really are something. In reality, black women are doing big things out there, and it's just nice that we're honored and we can all get together in sisterhood. I just love that show. I was telling everybody on Twitter the other day that it's interesting how BET, once they really believe in a project, they put their money and their strength behind it. It's unfortunate that they don't do that with other shows, but BlackGirlsRock is always a good production, and this time was no different. So Tracee Ellis Ross, you know, usually she and Regina King are the hosts, but Regina King was not a host this year, so it was just Tracee Ellis Ross, and I thought she did fantastic. I loved the opening when she did, you know, the tribute to Janet Jackson and Diana Ross, you know, her mother, and Queen Latifah and Rihanna and Beyonce. You know, I just thought that was she is just so funny to me and just so cool and just, you know, really likable. Everybody loves her, so she's like a perfect host for that. And I thought she did well throughout the entire show. Loved her clothes, just loved Tracee Ross. But yeah, just fantastic. Just fantastic. I don't know what else to say. The standout performances to me, Jasmine Sullivan, whose voice is like butter, whose voice really, when you hear it, when she sings, even more so when she sings live than even on her album. When she sings live, it's so effortless. It doesn't sound like she puts anything into it, that it just comes out of her as if she was breathing, you guys. She's so underrated to me. I think that she is the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful singers out right now. She's a beautiful woman. When I hear her sing every time, I mean, just be like the tear be right there on the little brink, because I was just like, this girl is just, her voice is just, it's just unmatched. So I love to hear Jasmine Sullivan sing, and I thought that she did wonderful. Ain't broke a sweat or nothing, you guys. Brandy, okay, you can see that Broadway influence. She would never have done anything like that before. That's just, I mean, because that was like taking a risk, because you could either sit there and ridicule it and be like, what the hell is she doing? Or you could sit there and really appreciate the whole stage presence and the, you know, the whole glamorous feel of being on stage and performing in front of an audience live and being in character. I mean, this woman is drunk. She's begging and pleading for her man, you know. So it was like, I love to see Brandy in that. Brandy is just so hilarious to me on Snapchat. If you guys don't follow her, you need to follow her. She is funny as fuck. She's just a different person as she's getting older. You can tell the confidence and everything is there. So, I mean, I just really love Brandy, you guys. I thought she did very well. I love to hear the speeches of the little girl, the Amanda Sternberg. I wanted Jada to hear what she had to say because I was just like, wow, she is really, that little girl is smart, has a lot to say. And even if you don't always agree with the things that she says, I mean, she gets the conversation started, and she's so young. Okay, beautiful girl. She said that she's beautiful because she's black. And I was just like, right on, sis. Right on. Shonda Rhimes, loved her speech. Loved the speech of the lady who actually gives the, who actually produces BlackGirlsRock. What's her name, you guys? I want to say Beverly Bond. Beautiful woman as well. This is the 10-year anniversary, so they've been doing this for 10 years. It gets better and better each year. Rihanna, all right, loved what Rihanna had to say. Wish Rihanna had on something else. Like, bitch, where is your pants at? She just looked like she didn't put that much thought into it, but honey, that fur almost made up for it. I was like, bitch, you best to wear that fur. Rocky has a soft spot for furs, you guys. I just, ooh, it was so luxurious and beautiful. But yeah, it looked like the outfit was unfinished. And then, well, who else? Lauryn Hill. Y'all gonna quit fucking around with Lauryn Hill, okay? You just gonna stop it. She done proved to us plenty of times that she's an artist that we need to just love from afar, okay? We need to love classic Lauryn, meaning that we need to listen to the CD and let that be that, all right? I was just like, well, at least she there. Even though they did put her at the end, I was like, yeah, Lauryn looked like she might have had some hard times getting there. Come to find out that she was late, that she actually missed the performance that she was supposed to be on, and that they put her on last, and that most of the people weren't even there anymore. You couldn't tell that from the way they put it on the show. But yeah, they're saying that the audience wasn't even there, that she performed, and you know, I was just like, see, that's what I say. Y'all ain't gonna be getting them. Look, Lauryn ain't gonna be getting my money like that. Bitch, I'm gonna need you to show up. And then the song, she did Lost Ones, but it was like, you know how they change it for live performances, but it was like sped up. It was like frenetic. I mean, I was like, shit, I'm nervous. Like, you know, it just seemed like it was just going on and on and on, and it was fast. I was just like, what is going on here? We be rooting hard for Lauryn, but I think that I've come to accept the fact that Lauryn is not the Lauryn of yesteryear, okay, and that this is a new Lauryn. Okay, and either you get with this new Lauryn, or like I said, you just pop in the CD or listen to it on iTunes or on your tablet or whatever of old Lauryn Hill. But yeah, you guys, tell me what you thought about BlackGirlsRock. I hope they continue to do this and that it even gets bigger. I think Rihanna probably was the biggest name that they've had thus far on the show, and I hope that lends some credibility to the quality of their of this show, and that bigger names will even come. You know, people with the whole discussion on Twitter was about Beyonce and why, you know. I'm not sure if Beyonce is boycotting BET or whatever. We know what happened with the whole thing with Blue Ivy, but you know, there's stars other than Beyonce that could come, and even non-stars, you know, the community leaders. I mean, those are the things that are actually touching when you hear about the Black Lives Matter girls that was talking, because it feels like it's something more obtainable for just a regular person, okay? For you to be recognized for the works that you do. So yeah, I really love it. You guys tell me what you think about the show though. What was your good? What was your bad? I can't find much bad in there. But whatever it was, you guys leave all that below. Okay, let's talk about Chasing Destiny. Did you guys watch that show? That show came on after BlackGirlsRock. It is, it's a show with Kelly Rowland and her partner. I think his name is Frank Gatson. We all know who Kelly Rowland is. Famed superstar from the girl group Destiny's Child. Went on to have solo success and now does some acting and other stuff. We all know Kelly. We all love Kelly. Frank Gatson, I wasn't familiar with him, but evidently he is somebody who has shaped many of the careers and images of a lot of our singers, R&B singers, pop singers. They just have him listed on the website as a choreographer, but let everybody else tell it that he is way more than just that. He's somebody who has the eye and is able to put people on and give folks, you know, us viewers, what we want from that person. So yeah, they have this show together, Chasing Destiny. All right, they keep on saying that it's not a reality show, but when you have to keep saying it's not a reality show, then what is it? It's a reality show. What they're calling it, though, is a docuseries. That's the new word for reality shows when you want to remove the stigma of the ratchetness from said reality show. So it's a docuseries where they're going around and they're trying to find the next girl group. But they don't want it to be a cookie cutter type of show where they already know what they want and they're just trying to fit these girls into these pegs. Instead, they want it to be organic. That means that they don't have a look that they're looking for. They don't have a sound that they're looking for. They don't have a style. They don't have nothing. They just know that they want these girls to get together and sing. Her whole thing is that there's power in numbers and that there's power behind women who sing. And I believe that is 100% true. We as women can do a lot. And when we can group together and get along long enough to get something done, then that is even important. The show on paper, in theory, is a very, very good idea, and I hope that it does well for Kelly because we love Kelly. Kelly seems like a sweet person. She seems like a genuine person. She seems like a person that wants to help people. But when we think about a show like this in reality, and we talk about girl groups and how big they were back in the 80s and 90s and 70s and 60s and all of that, it's a different age right now. This is very much a me type of society. People don't necessarily want to be a part of a group anymore. Everybody is looking to stand out on their own, even though we all still try to be exactly the same look, same styles and all of that. Still, not many folks want to be in groups anymore. Okay, and then when you think about the possibilities of cattiness of women, that can be even made worse when you have a group that maybe once fans start to get involved can start to influence certain members and make them think that they're better than the others. It's a lot of things from the outside that come into a group that fucks it up. With social media, I just don't really know how possible it's going to be for them to form and shape this group, groom this group without all this outside chatter. The one thing that they could try to attempt to do is to seriously curtail or cut social media activity. Keep these girls off of the social media circuit and try to just groom them and put them out there for people to see. But see, that's hard too because social media is the thing right now. You have to promote yourself because labels don't do it. Okay, labels don't have the time or the money to be grooming folks anymore. They want artists to come in already damn near already had a music, okay, ready to go. That's why they, now they're looking on YouTube and they're seeing what these people can do, and it's not where they want to teach you how to dance, and they want to teach you how to sing better, and they want to teach you how to speak in public, and they want all that shit to be done now. So I guess Kelly and Frank are trying to go back to the old ways of really getting a group and really trying to get them all to get along and really, making them be this unit and be powerful like that. But the reality is, I just don't know. It's not impossible, but it's going to be difficult. Now she has, I think she said Epic Records, who is on standby and willing to give a record deal to these girls. She just wants to make sure that whatever they do, whatever they get, that is something that she's put together, and that the creation is this, super powerful girl group, that goes out and takes the world by storm. I'm hoping that they can do it. What do you guys think, though? I really did enjoy the show. As time was going on, though, I was just like, the skeptical part of me was coming in like, how is she going to do this? But yeah, I'll definitely watch at least the next few episodes to just kind of see what the direction is, because you still can't really tell right now. You don't really know what they are trying exactly to do. So I think it's just going to be interesting to see as the group tries to form. But yeah, you guys, let me know if you watch the show, if you plan on watching it. I guess if you were a singer or entertainer, that show would be really right up your alley. Those are the kind of things that you want to see. Alright, you guys, so that's it. Let me get off of here. I'm at the mall. I gotta go get my daughter some Huaraches. Them is the ugliest tennis shoes ever. It's like, that shit looks like something that they sell like at Kmart. That big ass wedge heel and that weird thing on the side. Like, I hate tennis shoes, so I don't really see the beauty in no tennis shoe. Okay? But yeah, these Hirachis, getting them for Jada for her, you know, a delayed birthday gift. So that is it, y'all. Let me get off of here. We do this every single week. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.